So now let's get into our question of the week here, boys. So the question for this week, we got 5 new quarterbacks starting. We got Carson Palmer. Actually, he might not be starting now, but assuming he does. We also have Tim Tebow, the Mile High Miracle.
Boy.
The God is on our side. We've got John Beck starting out in Washington. We got Christian Ponder taking over for Donovan McNabb. And now, of course, we have the Charlie Whitehurst starting up in Seattle. So of those 5 quarterbacks, who is going to have the most fantasy points this weekend?
You know, it's interesting because 3 of the 4 quarterbacks you mentioned, they came in towards the end of their games last week when their starters were pulled out. And the 2 that really looked impressive to me, or Tebow's actually 2 weeks ago because of the bye week, but Tim Tebow obviously looked impressive against the Chargers, and Christian Ponder I thought did really well against that tough Chicago defense. So it's going to have to be between those 2, but from a fantasy perspective, I'm going to have to give the nod to Tebow as much as that hurts, because the Dolphins defense is weak. They made Mark Sanchez look like a great quarterback. For me, he's a quarterback managing type of guy, but they made him look like a fantasy producer. And I think Tim Tebow, who can run the ball, especially in goal situations, he's going to put up some points. But look out for Christian Ponder. I think he'll do well too. And John Beck, just to say my 2 cents about him, I liked him. I saw him in training camp. I thought he outperformed Rex Grossman for the starting job. I was very disappointed to hear he didn't get it. Hopefully he'll step up, though I'm not too sure about him for this week. But Tim Tebow, I think, would be the starter among the 4 you just said.
Hey, that's insider information there from Mitchell Clements right there. Yeah, I hope you're right, Mitchell. I really do. How about you, Maddie? Which one of these 5 are you going to take?
You know what I'm going to say? That it's definitely, I'm going to have to agree with you guys. Coming down to Tim Tebow and Christian Ponder, I don't think Carson Palmer will start this week. I think they're going to rule him out, and I think it's probably actually a good call, because even though you're giving up a lot, you want to give the guy a chance to learn the playbook and really give him a chance to succeed, because if you put faith in your quarterback and he performs well, he's going to keep performing well. If he comes out there, he plays a crappy team, the Chiefs, he does terrible, he's not connecting with his receivers, he just doesn't know what's going on, it's not going to be good. It's going to be a bad start. So you know what? Give it time. They're a 4-2 team. They're going in against an easy, a pretty solid matchup. Say there's no rush here. Let them, they're making an investment for the end of the season, and they're putting a lot of faith in this guy. So I like that a lot. As far as Tim Tebow, I'd say I'm not crazy about any of these quarterbacks, but I think that Tim Tebow has the best shot. He's going back to Miami, so back to Florida. They're going to be honoring him at the halftime, the 2008 Gator team. So he better win. That's all I gotta say. That's going to be embarrassing if he loses that. He's from a fantasy standpoint, he's definitely going to be the best out of these quarterbacks. I see him rushing for 45, 50 yards, rushing touchdown. I've heard Peter's dad told me yesterday he sees him rushing for over 100 yards.
Oh, more insider information.
I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy talk, but I respect that prediction. I think you'll catch him throwing maybe two touchdowns, maybe a pick. But I think he'll be good. I'm starting him in my ESPN league. Tom Brady's on bye, and we're pretty it wasn't very deep for quarterbacks you should pick up. So I went with Tim Tebow. Christian Ponder, though, I think he's a good player. I think he's solid coming out of Florida State. He's a rookie, but I like him. So, hey, anything's better than Donovan McNabb.
Ooh,
okay.
Not
Not
Alex
anything.
Smith is not better than.
Oh, stop! No, okay. Now you're just being ridiculous. That's a quarterback of a 5-1 team.
Right.
All right. I'm getting heated. Christian Ponder will play better than Donovan McNabb. That guy has not done anything since he played for the Eagles. Which might I add? I loved him when he was playing there. I wanted him in San Francisco, and I was disappointed. Organization showed faith in Alex Smith, and looks like it's paying off. So that's what I gotta say.
Okay.
All right. That's my.
Well, after that 5-minute monologue from Maddie Broad, I'm gonna keep it relatively short here. You know what I'm gonna say. It's got to be Tim Tebow, all right? The man has God on his side. He's got Jesus on his side. He's got the University of Florida on his side.
Muhammad is not on his side. Moses is there.
Moses will be there. He's got Planned Parenthood on his side.
Yep.
But not the pro-choice people. No, they're not on his side.
He's pro-life.
He's pro-life. I think he doesn't have the Planned Parenthood. Does he? I don't
know.
Planned
Parenthood.
Excuse me. I apologize. Planned Parenthood on the other side of Tim Tebow, weighing heavily.
Christian ministry and the whole Bible Belt on his back.
That's right.
That's
powerful.
Baby.
That's powerful.
Tim Tebow throwing the pass to Jesus in the end zone, connecting.
And if by Jesus Christ you mean Eric Decker, then absolutely you're right.
Denarius Thomas, Black Jesus.
Oh, come on! Whoa,
this is getting
Jesus.
ridiculous. But yeah, that's
Jesus.
what I mean. Denarius Thomas will have a solid week. Eric Decker will have a solid week. But hey, Thomas is going to put up some good numbers, especially now that Brandon Lloyd's gone. I know you think Eric Decker is going to fill the void. I think it's Thomas.
I don't know if you've ever seen Eric Decker, but he looks very similar facial structure to Jesus Christ. Very similar.
I think. Okay, I'm not going to get into that.
Okay, let's not.
Forget about that.
That's enough.
That's enough
about Jesus Christ.
I think he looks like Taylor Lautner.
Oh, well, that's
not Jesus.
That's not bad.
Jesus. Eric Decker.
Okay.
We are Google imaging him right now.
Are we? Am I wrong? Am I not wrong? Am I not wrong? Am I wrong about Eric Decker?
He looks like
he put all the steroids in his neck.
You know what? He honestly looks a little bit like, what's his name? Oh, jeez, I'm spacing right now. Gosh, he's out this week.
That one guy. That one
Cleveland
guy.
Browns running back.
The one guy with the face.
Cleveland Browns running back. Work
Peyton Hillis.
Peyton Hillis. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. I forget. Once they're on the cover of Madden, I completely forget who they are. He does look a little bit like Peyton Hillis. I'm not seeing the Jesus. I do see him doing well.
I imagine Jesus with a very muscular neck. So.
Well, then you got the right guy.
Okay, that's enough. This show is fading quickly.
We're going to hell, guys.
Okay.
I'll meet y'all there.
Okay.